creating breakthrough in L&D. I would like to call Mr. Vishal Patil, AVP Enterprise Business at Force. Vishal is an accomplished business leader with over 2 decades of experience in IT industry, emphasizing sales expertise. Vishal's primarily focus lies on accelerating enterprise customers and new acquisition, transforming into leading platform for high quality, need-based, live-on-demand training for enterprise. With a technical graduate background from Mumbai University, he has proven a track record of learning successful sales teams and driving business across sector. I would like to call Mr. Vishal on the dais.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. So I'm here today to explore a topic which is rapidly transforming the landscape of learning and development, generative AI. Traditionally, if we look at learning and development is about structured training programs, face-to-face workshops, and static content. However, as the technology advances, so does our approach to learning. GenAI, the technology, promises to transform how we create, deliver, and personalize learning experiences. So in my today's presentation, I will be talking about company case studies who have been successfully implemented GenAI into learning and development, followed by introduction to ChatGPT and the capabilities and the use cases. We will be also touch basing on the various GenAI tools which are available, which can be implemented in learning and development, and then industries who are adapting GenAI technologies. And obviously, the key takeaways we'll take from the case studies, ChatGPT, and the tools. So one of the first financial institutions to really embrace generative AI has been Morgan Stanley. They started this experiment about 2.5 years back, even before ChatGPT was launched. Morgan Stanley was closely working with OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT. So what they were trying to figure it out or wanted to have a better understanding of what this concept of scale means in an AI-powered world. So they took about 300 of their advisors, financial advisors. They took the technology from OpenAI. They did not just sort of trade them on public data. Instead, they took all their internal documents, their investment information, then they put guardrails on that so it did not hallucinate or create any false data. So far, the experiment is pretty successful for them because what it really changed is the definition of work an advisor needs to do. So what they did, they made it very simple for the advisors to then ask questions relevant to their work, which would allow them to be more productive and quickly solve problems for their clients. And then whenever the system is to give them the answers, they could then source or refer the document from where it got it. So they can validate whether the answers were correct or not. So this really changed the definition of work for the advisor. And now they really knew where to deliver value. So now the question is, what is valuable work? How can we now take the intellectual property inside our organization, whether it is hidden documents, PowerPoints or emails, or even people's mind, and then try to productize or scale so that we become more effective? How can we really ensure we are getting the insights of the talents and the information so that we are able to scale up? And one of the most dangerous questions we need to ask ourselves is, how many people do we really need inside our organization? How can we make them more effective or impactful? I mean, look at some of these companies and try and guess how many people work here. Twitter, before it was acquired, it had around 13,000 employees. And now, less than 1,300. WhatsApp, before it got sold to $20 billion, and they managed to create global telecommunication platforms, have just 55 people. OpenAI, the company who kind of gave shockwaves to the entire AI industry, have less than 1,000 people. Moderna, which created the vaccine, and before they could scale up for distribution, had just 800 people. Now, look at this example, which is pretty interesting. Adobe has around 29,000 people across the globe creating their softwares. Versus Midjourney, a generative AI company which can create, edit images in an untraditional way, have just 11 people. So I am not here to make a statement that GenAI will destroy jobs, we will not need financial advisors or technical people in the near future. But what does it really puts a sharp spotlight on? How valuable are your people? How can we now leverage the technology and the tools and the platforms so they start delivering more as much as possible? So GenAI is not a new technology. It is there with us for a very long time. Any guesses when was Google search engine developed by Google? Any guesses? When it was launched by Google? Anyone? Sorry? Very close. 1998, perfect. So Google search engine was launched by Google in 1998. Anyone for Google Translator? Sorry? 2006, perfect. Siri on your iPhone. Anyone? When was Siri launched on iPhone? Sorry? No. 2011, absolutely. So Siri was launched in 2011, and then, of course, Amazon Alexa and others. So all these technologies, if we compare with ChatGPT, are not that much sophisticated, because ChatGPT can do much more things. It can create content, it can create image generation, and many more things. So what that really changed in the last 2 years, why AI became so popular, is that when OpenAI launched ChatGPT, they claimed that it can beat 90% of humans on the SAT. Now, SATs are standardized exams in the US if the school children want to get admission into the colleges or higher universities. So they say these exams are tough. They are MCQ-based exams, and it is on language and maths. So what ChatGPT claimed, or rather than they showed, it can easily beat 90% of humans on these exams. They also claimed that it can also pass law or medical exams in the US. So this really created a buzz among the users. And as a result, if you see, it just took less than 3 months to reach 100 million users. So they launched ChatGPT in November 2022. And by Feb, they were able to reach 100 million users. So if you see this graph, it beat everyone. Google took more than 6 years, Google Translator, TikTok 9 months, and then rest. So this is the really change the impact among the users across the globe, and the AI power came into the picture. If you want to see the location, it is commonly 46% of the users are in the USA, obviously because it's a US-based company. India is in the number 2, 6% users are in India. But the most interesting part is who are using ChatGPT. 43% are college students. So the young generation or the Gen Z are using ChatGPT, 43%. So if you see the age-wise distribution of users, range between 18 to 34 are the most popular users using ChatGPT. So these are some of the companies who have really embraced generative AI into learning and development. Google, LinkedIn, nowadays LinkedIn can give you AI-based courses based on your profile and your background. So these are the companies. Anthropia is using Claude. Claude is a GenAI tool which is developed by Anthropic. Now this particular tool can convert your large text into multi-languages. So Claude has a support that it can convert your text into multi-languages. So which is commonly used in learning and development if your employees are scattered around the globe. So this is a tool which can be used to convert your text into multi-languages. So these are the common GenAI tools available. ChatGPT, everyone knows it is used for content generation. Primarily, it is used in customer support chatbots for the content thing. Scrib is a tool which can analyze articles and it can write reports, commonly used by journalists and students for research and development. It improves your writing efficiency. AlphaCode is a tool used by software developers. It can write codes, it can fix errors, and it can also show the statement how the code is written. So it helps developers to improve their coding skills. GitHub Copilot is used by code editors, so it can solve any problem statement for your software. So these AlphaCode and GitHub Copilot are commonly used by software developers to improve their coding efficiency. Bard and Cohere. Bard is a tool which is developed by Google. It is a chatbot content writing tool. Cohere is basically used in marketing purpose. It can customize emails if you want to send to larger audience. So Cohere is used there. Claude, as I said, it is basically used to convert your content into multiple languages. DALL-E is a tool which can convert your text into images. And Synthesia is a tool which can convert your text into videos. So these are the common GenAI tools which are used in learning and development. So we can implement artificial intelligence into learning and development in various ways. For example, just I will take a few examples. Appropriate content. So what happens, like Google, AI tools can also search the internet. They can also scan your LMS and suggest or appropriate content for a user. For example, if I want to learn something on Java, I don't have to manually go to all the pages or the internet. AI will specifically, the tool will specifically give the specific content as per the user's demand. So that is appropriate content. Digital tutor, a lot of chatbots are used for in learning for the users to have instant question and answers. So it can solve common question and answers instantly through chatbots. Personalized learning, not necessarily you need to have a laptop or a computer. You can do the personal learning through your handheld devices. So there are tools which can coordinate with your LMS, and you can just take that learning from your handheld devices. Instant feedback helps the learners to improve instantly. You don't need to wait for the end of the program to get over. The tool can initiate this feedback so that it can help them to assess their skill gaps. Identify knowledge skill gap. This tool can help you to analyze based on the data of the specific learner. It will analyze which particular course is important for the learner. For example, not necessarily everyone has to be in the same classroom. So because everyone has a different competencies, different technical knowledges. So based on the data, it can suggest the learning paths to the learner. The LinkedIn survey says 4 out of 5 people want to use AI into their profession. If learners set the goal, they become more engaging and effective. This can be one of the retention strategy for L&Ds to show them the learning path through AI. So this can be one of the retention strategies. The current Gen Z generation is more inclined, because we saw in the ChatGPT, more of the users are the users from the age of 18 to 35. So they are more inclined towards the new technology. Yes, L&Ds are agreeing that it will have 70% of positive impact if they use the GenAI technology. 22% are still evaluating the technology. because of the tools like GitHub Copilot and Alpha Code, it improves your software development efficiency by 10 to 13%. It's a survey shown by ThoughtWorks. So these are the business domains where GenAI is predominantly used. It is used in content creation, in marketing. Specifically, chatbots are the main tool to be used. And then also in IT, where a normal L1 engineer is on a site and if he wants to troubleshoot something. So these AI tools can immediately help him to solve the problems quickly for them. So these are the various business categories where GenAI is used. So what are the industry who want to invest into GenAI in the coming 3 years is 80% of insurance companies, financial services, healthcare, retail are keen to invest more into the AI thing. So educators will be there. AI is not going to replace anyone. Even at Force, we have the capabilities of facilitators and trainers who are aligned with the GenAI tools, and they can help the L&Ds to do the trainings on the advanced level like data scientists, machine learning. So we have the facilities. So educators will be there because there has to be someone who has to adapt the technology and then pass it on to the learners. So you L&Ds will need tech companies like at Force to have this being used in their training things. So what we conclude here is GenAI is a tool which is not going to replace anything. It is there to improve your systems. Improve your systems in the sense it can improve your LMS. It can help you in digital content creation, because in digital content creation, you nowadays, with the help of few tools, you can convert your video content into text. You can convert your podcasts, your webinars, your seminars into plain text, which will help for your learners. So just I want to end my presentation with a short video. Sorry, you want to? This one? You want to do this? So instant feedback is what? If a learner is engaged with some technology, okay? So instant feedback will tell him where are the gaps, what he needs to improve. So it's an instant, he doesn't have to wait for the entire module to get over. It's personalized. That is instant feedback. Yeah, learners. Yeah, this technology, ma'am, can be implemented for anyone. It is not specific for a learner, or it can be for an educator, a manager, for everyone.
It can be two-way instant feedback.
Yeah, it's two-way instant feedback. Obviously, they see this is a standardized thing. It can be fit to any of the industries. It's not specific to.
All the companies are in the insurance sector, banking.
Yeah. So in manufacturing, like EV is the hot thing. So they are using AI tools in the EV thing nowadays.
Vishal. Next, I would like to call Ms. Dipti to do the honors.